Hey Radical fans, welcome to another Radical Rundown. Today's topic is going to be the layout numbers on a bowling ball and what do they mean. You constantly hear about dual angles and you hear numbers, 60 by 4.5 by 20. We're not going to get into what that means as far as ball motion, but we're going to show you what it means on a ball. And we have this Nick Smith ball with this ridiculous grip that he has. But anyhow, we'll use the layout. So the first line you draw goes from the pin through the CG. That's the reference line. If it's a symmetrical ball, it's through the CG. And if it's a asymmetrical ball, it's the pin to the mass bias. And that's the reference line. The second line you would drill is the pin to pap line or the drill angle. And you determine what angle you want by the ball motion that you want to have the ball to perform. And again, you look at some of the drill sheets, it'll give you an idea what those angles need to be. And that line gets drawn from the pin at the 60-degree angle in this case, but the pin to the pap distance is determined on that line. So if you want it to be, in this case, we have a 60-degree angle, and then we have 4.5 inches from pin to pap, pin to the PAP. So once we have established what the drill angle is, and we drew the line from the pin to the PAP, and that distance determines how far of a strength the pin is going to be from the PAP, pin strength. In this case, it's 4.5 inches. So you mark that spot, and that's going to be your PAP. Now you're going to determine the angle, the VAL, VAL, vertical axis line. You draw a line at the degrees you determine. In this case, it's 20 degrees. So now you have a reference point with the VAL, the pin to pap, and the drill angle, and you have your axis point. Now you measure back the distance for your vertical axis and your horizontal axis. And then you measure back to the center of your grip, and that's your reference point on where to start to drill your grip. These numbers are different for everybody based on the ball motion you want. You have to know your PAP to do this, and that's basically all you really need to know is where your PAP is. The rest of it can be determined off of that, but the reference line, the drill angle, the pin to pap, and then the vertical axis line. And those are what the three lines mean when you're looking at a layout and what the numbers pertain to. It's sort of the anatomy of a drill ball. And that's today's Radical Rundown. Put some comments below, and maybe we'll touch on this topic again down the road.